I'm now traveling to Yazd, a huge city that sits between two deserts, Dasht Kavir in the north and Dasht Lut in the east. It's an ancient city, and in its heyday, it was an important center along the Silk Road, the ancient world's most important commercial route connecting Europe to the east. Marco Polo, on his journey through Persia in the 13th century, described Yazd as a very fine and splendid city. The sheer size of Yazd and the weight of its population meant the challenge of accessing fresh water and storing it was probably a tougher prospect than it was for the villages we have passed through. Dotted around the city of Yazd, you will see many dome-shaped constructions like these. These are ancient water storage places. They used to bring water from far away through an underground canal system to these reservoirs. The wind towers would channel the air inside to keep the water fresh and cold. In this way, people in Yazd used to have access to fresh water all year round. They would go around this corner down the stairs to collect their water. I'm standing where people used to come down to collect their water from the taps connected to the reservoir we just saw. It needed a huge effort. Believe it or not, up until 30 years ago, the people were still relying on this ancient system for their fresh water. I'm in the old section of Yazd. It's a maze of narrow lanes that seem to go on for miles. It feels like you could walk for days and never find your way out. Just around the corner here is a shop that sells candy floss. It's one of the specialities of Yazd. Candy floss. Yazdis are very famous for their candy floss. I'd like to try some. سلام آقا.
سلام علیکم.
حال شما چطوره؟ خوب هستین؟
سلامت باشید.
پشمک می‌فروشی شما اینجا؟
پشمک می‌فروشیم، باقلوا داریم، قطاب داریم، آجی بادام داریم، انواع و اقسام شیرینی. بله.
The owner has agreed to show me how the candy floss is made here.
الان تهران هم نمیدونستن که چجوری بخورن. اومدن یزد بهشون یاد دادن. یه استکان برداشتن پشمک به این صورت دروردن و گفتن این هم.
به به به. ولی لقمه‌اش خیلی بزرگه. نمیشه خورد.
10 تا 20 تا اینا میذاری تو سینی میذاری جلو مهمونه. یکی یه دونه برمی‌دارن. بله. آجی خانم شما هم بیاد بخوره.
I'm learning how to eat candy floss.
آجی خانم.
Yazdi way.
بیه نکنه خارجی همشون. ما چند تا خارجی اومدن اینجا. بهشون گفتم که اینطور پشمک باز بخورم. اونا برمی داشتن اینطوره که یه ذره ما خوردن. ما گفتم نه اینطور نیست، اینطوریه. بردار اینطور کن و اشتم تو دهن. گفت نو ایرانی ها ایرانی یعنی
چاق میشه
مخورن شکمشون. بله یکی نو میسونن 5 نفر مخورن اینجا.
خارجی ها؟
بله ما 2 تا 1 نفر مخورن.
اونا پول ندارن، نه اینکه فکر شکمشونن.
نه پول دارن فکر بعدش میکنن. ما حالا فشار داریم، قند داریم، اوره داریم، چربی داریم، در اصل همین پرخوری. اونا بینه چطور 20 فرسخ راه همطوره که یک کشمیرن.
اونا بیشتر به خودشون میرسن.
بله.
بیرونیا نمیرسن.
اونا جهان را میخوان، دنیا را میخوان ببینن، این خشک خام را میخوان ببینن.
It's true the old quarter of Yazd is a beautiful sight, and many people come here to wander down these meandering lanes to see its ancient mud-baked architecture. When you walk around, it's easy to imagine how hot and oppressive it can get in this city, particularly in the summer. but the old city is designed to help protect Yazdis from the burning sun as they go about their business.
As you can see, this door, like many other doors in the old quarters of Yazd, have two knockers. One is round and one is long. The one on the right is for women, and this one is for men. They produce different sounds. You can see the difference between the sounds. So when they knock the door, the people inside know who is knocking the door, so they send the right person to welcome the guest.
These traditional houses were built around a central pond, which was not just attractive, but would serve a practical purpose too. It would provide some much-needed coolness during the heat.
This room is for the summer. The family would sit in this room during the hot summer days. It is protected from the sunshine. Above the room, there is a wind tower which circulates cool air inside the room to make it nice and pleasant for the family. And the windows are all facing the courtyard. There are no windows outside. That is to protect the house from the sandstorms. And that room is for the winter, because it is mostly faces the sunshine and makes the room nice and pleasant for the cold winter months. One of the striking things about Yazd is the sheer number of wind towers you can see across the skyline. In order to make their houses cool in the hot weather, Yazdis came up with a genius and simple idea. These towers are known as badgirs in Persian, which literally mean the wind catchers. The way it works is simple. The wind would go through the shaft inside the house, pushing out the hot air and making a nice circulation to make the house nice and cool during hot summer.
Later, I was to find out just how important the sun and the light it radiates are to one of the oldest religious communities living in Yazd. The Zoroastrian faith is one of the oldest religions in the world, and it was the main religion of Persia long before the Arab conquest brought Islam to the country in about 650 AD.
This is Farah, an important symbol in Zoroastrianism. It represents the three tenets of this religion: good thoughts, good words, and good deeds. Fire is a sacred element in Zoroastrianism. In fact, Zoroastrians from all over the world come to this temple to pray. That flame over there is said to have been burning for more than 1,500 years. And behind that flame, there is a special area for Zoroastrians to pray. And we are not allowed into that area.
Yazd is home to Iran's largest community of Zoroastrians. Many Zoroastrians were made to convert to Islam after the Arab invasion, while many others fled to India, where there is a strong Zoroastrian community known as the Parsis, living there today. Here, they are considered a religious minority with special rights to worship.
اینجا جایی است که برای عبادت و جایی هم بوده که جای کندنیه، نه آجری خشتی هیچی توش کار نرفته به جز اونی که ما روش سنگ کنده باشیم.
من میبینم در این محل خیلی نورانیه و چراغای مختلفی هست. اهمیت نور در دین زرتشتی تا چه میزانه؟
ما نور قبله ماست. وقتی که روز باشه رو بر روشنایی، رو بر خورشید، رو بر چیز، وقتی که شب باشه رو بر چراغ اوستا میکنیم، دعا میکنیم، نیایش میکنیم.
به سمت نور هستی؟
به سمت نور.
نور همون اهمیتی داره که
دل و قلب اونم باید پاک و روشن باشه
مثل نور.
The Zoroastrians have preserved their culture and religion as best they can, gathering for festivals during the year. This is the Mehregan festival, which celebrates the end of harvest. And as with most Iranian festivals, the cooking and offering of food is extremely important.
I'm now going to the kitchen to see who is behind all this delicious food. Salam. حالتون خوبه؟ سلام مادر. حالتون خوبه؟ خب این آش خوشمزه اینجا پخته میشه. میشه این آش رو نگاهی بکنم ببینم ماشاءالله ماشاءالله. این بس مراسمی داره این در آش ورزش.
بله ما هر روز 80 ایزه همه در یارم.
اینا میخوام برم بیرون دیگاره؟
بله حالا میدیم.
کسی که نیامده برای جا سبا یکی مثلا مریض باشه میگه این تبرکه مثلا 3 تا قاشق از این آش میخورن مریضشون برطرف میشه.